Ingrid's trust issues were exacerbated by Brian's lack of transparency and his attempts to manipulate her emotions. His gaslighting and love-bombing tactics after arguments created a toxic dynamic. As their communication issues worsened, Brian accused Ingrid of using him and decided to end the relationship. Both have since moved on from their tumultuous romance. Adnan Abdel Fattah and Tigger Taylor. Adnan and Tigger were perhaps the most surprising couple of the season. Tigger, an American woman, traveled to Jordan to marry Adnan after meeting him on Instagram and knowing him for only 4 months. Despite significant cultural and religious differences, Tigger converted to Islam, began covering her hair, and adopted a more modest lifestyle to align with Adnan's traditions. While viewers initially doubted their compatibility, the couple defied expectations. They are now married and have welcomed a child together. Tigger appears to have embraced her new life in Jordan, including adopting Adnan's cultural practices, though it's clear she faced significant adjustments along the way. Joe Cohn and Magda Slachta. Joe, a Florida man, and Magda, a Polish woman, had a whirlwind relationship. The two knew each other for only 5 months before Joe traveled to Poland to meet her. Magda quit her job and expressed her eagerness to move to the U.S. to marry Joe and start a family. However, cracks began to show when Magda discovered that Joe wasn't exclusive with her. Magda's dark past and her disapproval of Joe's friendship with an ex added to the tension. While neither has publicly confirmed their current relationship status, their activity on social media suggests they are still together, though their future remains uncertain. Vanja Gerbic and Bozo Verdoljak. Vanja and Bozo's relationship started with promise but quickly fell apart. The two met on a dating app while Vanja was traveling in Croatia. Over the course of their 7-month long-distance relationship, Bozo broke up with Vanja once but decided to give their relationship another shot. However, when Vanja traveled to Croatia to meet him, Bozo realized he still had feelings for his ex and ended things with Vanja. Vanja didn't let heartbreak hold her back for long. She used a dating app to meet Josko, another Croatian man, and the two fell for each other quickly. Josko even made plans to move to the U.S. to be with Vanja. Unfortunately, their relationship also ended when Josko broke up with her after spending time in Florida. Via Netherton and Sonny Hamdi. Via and Sonny's relationship was a roller coaster of trust issues and cultural differences. Via, an American woman from Florida, had been dating Sonny, a Muslim man from South Africa, for a year. However, Via's decision to bring her ex-boyfriend Rory along on her trip to meet Sonny created immediate tension. While Sonny forgave her for the incident, their relationship faced further challenges when Sonny began insisting that Via convert to Islam. Despite Sonny's insistence, he himself did not strictly follow the rules of his religion. He also faced opposition from his father, who wanted him to marry a Muslim woman without tattoos. Nevertheless, Sonny proposed to Via, and the couple appears to still be together. There are even indications that Sonny may have already moved to the U.S. to start a new chapter with Via. Niles Valentine and Matilda T. Niles and Matilda's journey was perhaps the most heartwarming of the season. Niles, an American man, met Matilda, a Ghanaian woman, online and proposed to her before they had even met in person. Matilda was eager to marry Niles when he arrived in Ofinso, Ghana. However, Niles had not been entirely honest with her about his financial situation. He had no savings and had recently lost his job. Despite these challenges, the couple's love prevailed. With the help of a village elder named Mr. Ark, who acted as a father figure for Niles, the couple was able to have their wedding. Niles and Matilda's relationship has been described as one of the most successful of the season, with fans rooting for their long-term happiness. Conclusion: 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 7 has brought viewers an array of compelling stories, from cultural clashes and personal betrayals to heartwarming love stories and unexpected twists. The show's unique format continues to highlight the challenges and triumphs of international relationships. While some couples have found lasting love, others have faced heartbreak and moved on. As the season concludes, fans eagerly await the reunion special to get more updates on these captivating couples. Before the 90 Day Season 7 is almost over, and here's a much-needed update on which couples have split or are still together. The popular 90-Day Fiancé spin-off started in 2017 and was used to document the lives of couples who had met online but not in person. It shows the American partners traveling to other countries to see their partners face-to-face for the first time, leading to an engagement and the process of filing a K-1 visa. At times, some couples jump straight into marriage, fast-forwarding the situation. B90 has introduced fans to some of the most popular franchise names, such as Darcy Silva, Angela Deem, Jasmine Pineda, etc. It serves as a launchpad for the couples to explore other shows like the OG 90-Day Fiancé and 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. This time there were 8 couples on the show, including Tiger Lily Taylor and Adnan Abdel Fattah, Rain Fernandez and Chidi Itpimays, Brian Muniz and Ingrid Resend, Vanja Gerbic and Bozo Verdoljak, Lauren Allen and Faith Gaytok Tulad, Niles Valentine and Matilda Unti, Joe Cohn and Magda Slata, and Via Netherton and Sunny Hamdi. Lauren and Faith met when the American man who always wanted to be with a trans woman found Ladyboy Faith on a dating app. Lauren was broke and homeless in Las Vegas despite having 3 jobs and wished to move to the Philippines for good by marrying Faith. However, Lauren broke Faith's heart by telling her he had gonorrhea from sleeping with other people. Faith had assumed that they were dating exclusively while Lauren wanted an open relationship. Faith broke up with Lauren, but did give him another chance. Lauren proposed to Faith. However, nothing went as planned. Lauren found out that he wasn't legally able to marry Faith, who was still registered as a male in her country due to the laws. Getting married in Thailand was also not an option. Faith noticed Lauren's behavior change once he learned his plans were foiled. He made Faith feel uncomfortable by playing with knives and crushing metal cans on his head. Faith gave him back his ring and broke up with Lauren. Lauren went back to the U.S. where he married a different transgender woman and later divorced her, while Faith appears to be single now. Rain and Chidi have had one of the most complicated relationships of the season right from the start. Rain spoiled her storyline on day 1 by posting about their split on social media. She had known blind man Chidi from Nigeria for 5 years, but wasn't really together with him when she signed up for the show. Chidi offended her by refusing to sleep with her, and she claimed it was because he was following his sister Victoria's orders. Rain fought with Chidi and disrespected his family. She's implied both she and Chidi are dating someone new now. 90-Day Fiancé's Brian had been married 4 times with multiple broken engagements before he met Ingrid on a dating app. Brian was left paraplegic after an incident which he claims his ex-wife had ordered. However, Brian never told Ingrid how he lost his ability to walk. He also never told Ingrid his real age or his drug-dealing past. Ingrid had trust issues, and she experienced discomfort with Brian's attempts at intimacy. He gaslit her and love-bombed her after every fight. With communication issues worsening their situation, Brian broke up with Ingrid, claiming she was using him. Although viewers would have expected Adnan and Tiger Lily to be the first couple to break up in Season 7, they are married and still together, and have even become parents to a little one. Tiger Lily went to Jordan to marry Adnan after meeting him on Instagram and knowing him for 4 months. It was too late when she realized she wasn't ready to accept Adnan's culture and traditions. However, Tiger Lily was submissive and seems to have even converted for her man. She now covers her hair, wears modest dresses, and might have even replaced her male doctors with women. Joe from Florida and Magda knew each other for 5 months ahead of his Poland visit. Joe had revealed that Magda had quit her job and wanted to move to America ASAP to marry Joe and have kids with him. There were ups and downs when Magda found out Joe wasn't exclusive with her. She refused to be intimate with him and seemed to have a dark past. Magda also didn't approve of Joe still being friends with an ex. While Joe and Magda haven't explicitly stated their relationship status publicly, their Instagram activity suggests they are still together. Vanja swiped right on Bozo during a trip to Croatia. During the 7 months of their long-distance relationship, Bozo had already dumped Vanja once. When Vanja went to see him in person, Bozo realized he still wanted to be with his ex and broke Vanja's heart. While Bozo and Vanja split, she used a dating app to meet Josko. Vanja and Josko fell for each other immediately with him, making plans to move to the U.S. despite being a foster father to a 1-year-old. Florida had been dating Muslim man Sonny for a year but didn't trust him enough, so she took her ex-boyfriend Rory along to South Africa. While Sonny eventually forgave Vea for the Rory incident, the relationship took a vile turn when he started insisting that Vea convert to Islam, even though he never followed the rules of his religion. Still, Sonny went against his beliefs and his father, who wanted a Muslim daughter-in-law without tattoos, to propose to Vea. The couple appears to be together, and there's a chance Sonny has already moved to America. Niles and Matilda's 90-day fiancé. Before the 90 Days storyline had a bunch of red flags, and is yet the most loved and successful one out of the lot. Niles proposed to Ghanaian woman Matilda online before having met her in person, and she'd wanted to marry him once he arrived in Alfonso. Niles had not told Matilda that he didn't have any savings and had been fired, so he had to use village elder Mr. Ark's help to arrange the wedding. Mr. Ark also stepped in as a father since Niles's parents were against him marrying Matilda. A deeper look into the lives of couples established in 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days is a reality TV/documentary series that follows the potential spouse from a foreign country and their lead up to their journey to America. The show documents the early days of the relationship across the ocean and the K-1 visa process required for the spouse to live in the new country. Couples battle with culture shock, language barriers, and the opinions of friends and families alike as they prepare themselves to take the ultimate leap. 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 7. Couples Update. Introduction. As Season 7 of 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days approaches its conclusion, fans are eager to know the latest updates on the couples who has split, who's still together, and who's facing turbulence. The popular 90 Day Fiancé spin-off, which debuted in 2017, continues to captivate audiences with its premise of showcasing couples who first connect online but have never met in person. The show documents the journey of the American partners traveling abroad to meet their significant others for the first time, with hopes of engagement and marriage. However, cultural differences, language barriers, and personal secrets often complicate their relationships. Let's take a closer look at the 8 couples from Season 7 and their roller coaster journeys. Lauren Allen and Faith Gaytok Tulad. Lauren and Faith's storyline has been one of the most dramatic this season. Lauren, an American man who had always envisioned being with a transgender woman, met Faith, a ladyboy from the Philippines, on a dating app. Despite working 3 jobs in Las Vegas, Lauren was broke and homeless. He hoped to move permanently to the Philippines by marrying Faith. However, their relationship faced immediate challenges when Lauren admitted to Faith that he had contracted gonorrhea from sleeping with other people. Faith, who believed they were in an exclusive relationship, was heartbroken. Despite this betrayal, Faith decided to give Lauren another chance, and he proposed to her. Unfortunately, their plans were thwarted when Lauren discovered he couldn't legally marry Faith due to her gender status still being registered as male in her home country. Further issues arose when Lauren began exhibiting erratic behavior, such as playing with knives and crushing metal cans on his head, which made Faith feel unsafe. Eventually, Faith returned Lauren's engagement ring and ended the relationship. Lauren returned to the U.S., where he married another transgender woman, but later divorced her. Meanwhile, Faith remains single and appears to be focusing on herself. Rain Fernandez and Chidi Ikpimays. Rain and Chidi's relationship has been one of the most contentious of the season. Rain, an American woman, had known Chidi, a blind man from Nigeria, for 5 years before the show. However, their relationship was fraught with misunderstandings and cultural clashes. On social media, Rain revealed their breakup before the show even aired, spoiling their storyline for many fans. Chidi's refusal to sleep with Rain became a significant point of contention, as she believed his decision was influenced by his sister Victoria. Rain's behavior, disrespecting Chidi's family and fighting with him, further strained their relationship. By the end of the season, both Rain and Chidi seem to have moved on, with hints on social media suggesting they are now dating other people. Brian Muniz and Ingrid Resend. Brian and Ingrid's relationship was marked by secrecy and mistrust. Brian, an American man who had been married 4 times with multiple broken engagements, met Ingrid, a Brazilian woman, on a dating app. Brian's life story was riddled with complications. He was left paraplegic after an incident he claimed was orchestrated by an ex-wife.